They made a Wave 2? Did anyone know they were making a Wave 2 of the Deluxe figures? I didn't, but I'm so glad they did. Are you kidding me? There is never a better feeling. There is never a better feeling as a toy collector than going into a store and seeing toys that you wanted that you didn't even know were coming out. So, from the Super Mario Bros. Movie toy line put out by Jakks Pacific, they did a Wave 2 of their Deluxe figures. They got Princess Peach in the motorcycle outfit, Cat Mario, and Kamek. They also made a Tanuki Mario. I didn't buy it just because it was so similar to the Cat Mario and I didn't feel like I needed both, but guys, come on. I adore this. What helps is just the fact that some of my absolute favorite figures of this year have been the Jakks Mario figures from the movie. I mean, I did the reviews on all these guys. You can go back and check them out. I was incredibly glowing to them. It was a movie I adored. I loved the figures before the movie even actually came out. It was just a well thought out toy line, but it didn't last long. You know, you just had the 4 figures plus the Deluxe Bowser. That was good. That was fine. But even when I was doing those reviews, I was saying, you know, I'd like more. And I guess they heard because, of course, they did the minifigures. It's the only way you could get a Koopa Troopa or a Kamek up to this point. But I wanted more of these guys, right? More of the kind of 6-inch scale movie designs in good figure form. Well, here it is. Wave 2. They did the Peach design I really wanted. They got a good power-up Mario. And, oh yeah, they got the other character I wanted, Kamek. The only way this could possibly be better is if, I don't know, they were doing a deluxe Donkey Kong that was like in the Bowser scale. Other than that, that's all the characters, all the figures from the toy line I could really think of you doing. But let's stop wasting time. We're going to go through all 3 of these new guys, just talk about them. Who to start with? Well, probably the one that was boring enough that I thought it was okay to cover them up with Bowser. Meow. First figure to check out is Cat Mario, and yeah, I like this guy a lot. He has a really nice sculpted fur detail across his entire body, including his gloves. I've never noticed that he has a little, like, toe bean in there. That's something. I was kind of expecting there to be, like, cat claws on the edge of his fingers. There's not, but also I don't think that's technically designed inaccurate. I think the claws pop out. He has a good bit of articulation. Ball joint at the head, universal at the shoulder. It's technically a double jointed at the elbow, but it only gets you 90. Swivel at the wrist, swivel at the waist, universal at the hip. Pretty deep knee and toe articulation, and of course you have the tail. The tail just goes like this. So I will say this, right? I don't own the Tanuki Mario. I saw it in store. It's the same figure. Different head sculpt, different tail. In fact, I don't even know if it's a different head sculpt. No, it has to be, because Tanuki is more rounded off than has these cat ears on the Cat Mario. Overall, though, I think this is really nice. The cat costume is definitely one of my favorite newer additions to the Mario Power-Up line. I say newer, it's been around for like, what, 10 years now? But I like the cat suit. I'm really glad that it got such a spotlight in the movie, and it was kind of cool to see it just as a figure. Unfortunately, so even though these guys are more articulated than the 5-inch normal Jakks line of Mario figures, no, you still can't do a good cat pose. Unfortunate, but it's fine. What I prefer more is make him look kind of nervous, like, oh god, Luigi just found out that I'm a furry. I gotta hide the fursuit. I gotta hide the fursuit despite the fact that I'm wearing it. Oh no. Oh no. Taking a look at Cat Mario with normal Mario, and I mean, I honestly thought there'd be a lot more reuse than there is, but yeah, literally, there's not a single thing from that guy who wound up on this guy. Even the face is different, which it has to be because it's just one sculpted part of the head. I will say that the eyes don't work as well on this one as it does the other, because remember, a huge gimmick with the Mario figures was the fact that the eyes would follow you. Mario and Luigi were the 2 figures to make best use of it in the other figures. Cat Mario can kind of do it, but it's a lot more flat. So it's almost like this might have been a feature that they either scaled back on, or maybe it just wasn't as well implemented on Cat Mario. Unfortunate, but overall, still a really decent figure. Just, I feel like if you had to only have one or the other, unless you just really adored the cat scene, you'd probably be better off just going with normal Mario. For an accessory, Cat Mario comes with a big mystery block. It definitely works, and it would probably be great for figure photography. It's a good, hefty size. Yeah, this is nice. I like the mystery block a lot, actually. Can I get him to sit on it? That's a question. No, the legs don't bend forward enough. Wait. Can I cheat it? Can I cheat it by going sideways, maybe? Oh. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Well, the short answer is no, he can't sit on it, apparently. Oh, well. I'm sorry that you guys had to see me make Mario an amputee. Let's just go on to the next figure. When the movie first came out, and I was playing around with the other Peach figure, I specifically said, why not do a version of the motorcycle suit? Because it would be easy to make a good action figure out of this design. And I think they kind of nailed it. You have good articulation, got a good ball joint at the head, universal at the shoulder, hinge at the elbow, swivel at the wrist, swivel at the waist, universal at the thigh, thigh cut, a good knee, and some ankle articulation. And overall, this is a really solid look for Peach. Unfortunately, there's a reality of a design that's not too great. Her head is very big, her body very small. She has a hard time standing up because she's very top heavy. That's unfortunate, and it kind of takes this figure down a little bit for me, which is a shame because in the store, this is the one I was the most excited to find. I saw it and it's like, oh my god, they finally made a Peach action figure that can be an action figure. Because if you guys watch a lot of my reviews, you know Princess Peach is one of, if not possibly my favorite, of the good guy Mario characters. And I kind of hate how all of her figures are so compromised because they have to account for the big dress. They finally make a Peach that doesn't have the big dress and has a hard time standing up. They've gone too far in the other direction. You've gone from too stable, can't move, to can move, can't stand, guys. Come on, you don't have to do the two extremes. Getting the Peaches together, and once again you can see Peach's eyes follow you, because that was the gimmick of that line. That Peach does not, which is unfortunate. It makes her look a little less lifelike than the other Peach. The paint also doesn't help, because they went with a really lifelike kind of paint and subtle shading on Peach's face with the proper figure. Over here it's just kind of plastic. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of cheapness now put into it. You know what I kind of want? Is to just take the head off that Peach and put it on that body. I feel like that would be the perfect figure, but I don't know how you'd accomplish it. You'd probably have to do some toy surgery. Also, I feel like this Peach is slightly taller. That's interesting. Okay. Really, when I'm looking at the two of them together, you know what I kind of feel like? I feel like this is actual Mario Kart Peach. Like, this is the game design, and that's the movie design. That looks closer to Peach's normal kind of appearance. Overall, though, I think this is good. I think this is a good second figure for Peach. I think it fixes a lot of the problems I have with the other one. I think it's a mixed bag, though. I think I prefer Kart Peach, but I do think the other Peach might be a better figure, better representation of Princess Peach overall. So, it's kind of a pick your poison kind of situation. What's awesome is you technically get another character, because her accessory is the blue shell, and the blue shell is the Koopa General. So that's kind of cool. Oh no, stand up. The General took out Princess Peach. Oh, this is the worst assassination since JFK. Oh no, there we go. They're standing. Yeah, the accessory's great. I love the slight painting on the wings. I love the sculpting of the blue shell. So cool. I would love a proper figure of the Koopa General, but if this is all we get, this is solid, man. And finally, we have Kamek the Magic Koopa, and he's my favorite of these figures. Looking at him, and there's not a whole hell of a lot here, right? He has a swivel at the wrist, and a swivel at the elbow, and then swivels at the hands. He's basically a traffic cone, but the sculpting is so nice. The stitches on his robes, his glasses, his shoes underneath. It's basically a better version of the video game comic that Jakks did, right down to the articulation being near identical. But that's all you kind of needed to do. They do have the head sculpt that's more in line with the movie. The scepter looks good. I like it. It's great. When you put Kamek next to his boss, the scaling is a little off, but I think that looks just perfect, in all honesty. That's my favorite Bowser figure. This is my new favorite Kamek figure. I think that Kamek alone justifies this entire wave too, even though I do like that Peach and Mario a lot. Here's the movie lineup now from the Mario movie, and yeah, this was a really good small collection of figures. I adore them so much. I hope they one day make a Donkey Kong that goes with them, but I'm kind of happy with this. It's kind of my favorite representation of Mario in my collection now.